Right now, Monona police say theft arrests made at Kohl's turned out to be much bigger than anticipated. Why they think the suspects are connected to a national operation.
And Hurricane Dorian picks up strength, moving closer to the Florida coast. How Wisconsin is preparing to help with recovery efforts.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
3 Chilean nationals who are alleged members of a major crime ring are in the Dane County Jail tonight.
Monona police say what started as a routine retail theft turned into detectives breaking up part of this national theft ring. Our Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda.
Yes, Monona police say it was a little luck that helped them catch these alleged thieves, and the group got greedy, and that's what led to them being caught.
Just the tip of the iceberg.
These evidence bags take up almost the entire floor of Detective Sergeant Ryan Losby's office. In them, more than $40,000 worth of stolen items.
What we have currently, we suspect, is only roughly 2 days worth of work.
Police say these 3 Chilean nationals, ages 22 to 32, are just a small part of a major organized crime ring, stealing high-end items and wiring money as they go.
This group is operating not just in Monona or in Wisconsin. They're operating all over the United States. There was evidence in the car that they had been shipping product that they stole back to New York City.
This kind of crime happens often, but it's rare to catch because they're using stolen credit cards to buy items. Police believe they did it in Maple Bluff and up by Eau Claire, and that's what they were doing at Kohl's Wednesday night.
We love greed because that's how people get caught.
But it was deviating from that plan that put them behind bars, shoving watches in their pockets on top of their regular scam, leading police back to their car.
When they got into the car, they recovered the stolen watches from Kohl's, but they also had probably over $40,000 in other merchandise in there. Apple products, iPhones, iPads, clothing. I think there was a couple high-end cameras, like Nikon cameras.
Now giving police an in to a much larger group that could all be controlled from Chile.
We believe they came here to do that, and then we're going to leave, and then we'd have a new crew come in.
Monona police were able to catch 3 of the alleged thieves, but say a 4th person got away, and they believe there is another car with 2 more people still out there.
This could be just the tip of the iceberg in this investigation. Amanda, thank you.
At tonight's Verona High School football game, students paid tribute to their classmate who was killed last weekend. They wore blue shirts in honor of 17-year-old Shay Watson. Blue was his favorite color. He was a student at Verona Area High School and played football last year. Watson was shot at his home in Fitchburg on Sunday. A visitation is scheduled at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Gunderson Funeral Home in Fitchburg. A celebration of life will follow at 2:30.
Local schools are preparing for the start of a safe new school year by training all staff for potential threats to students. Some of these trainings have changed over the last several years as schools have become more aware of active shooter situations. Local schools are training teachers virtually and also in person, as well as setting a common language so that all staff, students, and first responders know what the protocols are. District officials say these trainings will continue throughout the school year. To weather now, it's starting to feel a little bit more like back to school weather.
And the cooler temperatures continue this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti has your first alert forecast.
Well, I think for schools that don't have air conditioning, I think they'll appreciate this type of weather. It'll be a little warm for the start of next week, but then turn about to this temperature level for the rest of the week. Tonight, we've got just some mid and high level clouds coming in from the west. There are a few showers over western Iowa, but those will dissipate before they reach us. Last night, temperatures were as cool as 37 degrees in Black River Falls, but generally in the upper 40s to the low 50s because the air is very dry here. High temperatures today made it up into the mid to upper 70s. Madison topped out at 74 degrees, but we're down to 55 right now. Temperatures a couple degrees warmer to the west, where there's a little more cloud cover, but those dew point temperatures are still in the upper 40s to the lower 50s. So it'll be another cool night. Temperatures will drop into the lower 50s by morning. Look for skies to be variably cloudy for tomorrow. A slight chance of a shower in the afternoon. Otherwise, our high temperature a little on the cool side at 72. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
Gary, thank you. Governor Tony Evers has signed an executive order authorizing Wisconsin National Guard soldiers to assist in Florida with Hurricane Dorian recovery efforts. A crew of 27 Wisconsin utility workers will leave Sunday morning to help. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis warned Dorian is likely to bring power outages and storm surge with flooding that could affect millions of people for days. Officials are urging residents to stockpile a week's worth of food, water, medicine, and other supplies. Dorian is expected to bring 140-mile-per-hour winds before it makes landfall along the Florida coast. Thousands are hitting the road for Labor Day weekend. The State Patrol asking travelers to buckle up and stay alert. According to the Wisconsin Wisconsin DOT. There were 7 deadly crashes last year across the state and dozens injured. Today's peak travel period for the Labor Day weekend ended about 8 p.m. Traffic is expected to pick back up on Monday afternoon.
Ford is recalling more than 483,000 vehicles due to concern over the strength of their seats. Ford says seat backs in the Ford Explorer, Expedition, and F-150 may not restrain people during a crash. Officials believe the seats may have been assembled wrong and could be missing a piece needed to keep them upright. To see if your vehicle is affected, check the recall section on Ford's website. An analysis shows the Dane County Jail has about 75 fewer beds per 100,000 than the national average. But there are a number of ways to decrease our inmate population even more. When the county builds its new jail behind the public safety building, it wants to reduce the number of beds by 10%. An analysis from research organization JFA Institute suggests looking at expediting facility transfers and reducing the sentence length, which research shows has a large impact on the jail population without compromising public safety.
Well, for many of you out there, it's the last weekend of summer before school starts back up again. While parents across the area are making final preparations to send kids back to class, districts have spent months making sure the students will feel good when they get back in their buildings.
Danica Lewis shares how APTA is spreading positive messages in unexpected places.
This is really good.
As a custodian, Armando Hernandez has parts of his day he looks forward to.
It's fun to interact with them.
And some parts that are a little more...
I don't like to do that. It's my least favorite.
Messy?
We have to do it anyway. It's our job. It's part of our job.
At least this year, there's something different about the stalls that could make a difference in a student's day.
Sort of forgotten. Teachers do a really good job of making their classrooms inspiring and cozy. Students' artwork decorates the hallways, but when you walk into a bathroom, it's very institutional.
Part of Dana Olert's PTA vice presidential duties involves scoping out good uses for fundraising cash. She came across other schools painting messages on doors.
You can't get away from them.
Doors that students have to see every day.
And they're in every bathroom.
Olert chose stickers instead, spending $1,500 on about 60 decals, reminding Marshall Elementary schoolers that today is a great day to learn, to support each other, to do their best.
I think my favorite is winning doesn't always mean being first, it means being
doing better than you've done before.
Zane Olert is one of the few fourth graders to get a preschool preview.
Don't wish for it, work for it.
Of the commode side messages.
I like that one.
He takes it as a sign that his school really cares.
And if you feel down on yourself, you can just come in here and read one of the signs maybe, and it'll help you feel more up.
And since visiting this space is as unavoidable as a janitor cleaning it,
That's a wonderful idea.
the teaching doesn't stop with bathroom breaks.
Everybody could use a reminder to be awesome and be kind.
In Marshall, Danica Lewis.
Matters.
News 3 Now.
Marshall's PTA hopes to purchase more decals for the middle and high school bathrooms this school year. The group hopes to raise enough money for that at its big fundraiser this fall. Still ahead at 10, it is Prep Mania time.
Melissa Kim, Kevin Lewis, and Jay Wilson bring us the high school football highlights, starting with our game of the week, Verona at Middleton.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our holiday weekend forecast and also tracking the hurricane. Gary?
Yeah, we're keeping a very close eye on Hurricane Dorian, now upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane. Top sustained winds right now, 140 miles per hour with gusts to over 160 miles per hour. Moving slowly to the west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. The latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center slows it down and keeps it at about 145 to 150 mile per hour top sustained winds. Now, depending on how much interaction it has with the Bahamas, that could adjust the intensity a little bit. But notice how it slows down as it approaches the east coast of Florida and then kind of parallels the coast as a strong Category 3 or a Category 4 hurricane, and then basically stays right along the coast, keeping its strength even as it pushes past Jacksonville, Florida, and then up into the Carolinas. The latest computer model forecasts are in very good agreement, making that right turn right as it approaches the coast and then paralleling the coast and slowing down, meaning that it's going to dump a ton of rain as well as bring those strong winds along the coast. Now, the time lapse from the WISC Skycam here shows just how nice of a day it was. We had sunshine this morning, a few clouds this afternoon, but all in all, it was a pretty nice day overall. Plenty of sunshine and partly cloudy skies all the way up through sunset. Right now, the live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison, showing the Capitol lit up, and it's very comfortable out here. The low temperatures this morning, 51, the high 74, so a little bit below average temperature-wise. We're at 55 now. Skies are partly cloudy. The air is calm, but the dew point temperature is at 52 degrees, so that's about how cool we're going to get tonight. To the south, showers and thunderstorms, some severe weather in the St. Louis area. To the west, a little bit of shower activity, but the air is pretty dry across the Midwest, so those showers in South Dakota, Nebraska, and western Iowa will have a hard time getting here initially. Temperatures right now are in the 50s and 60s in our part of the Midwest, some 60s and 70s to the south, but notice the dew point temperatures. They're still in the 40s and 50s, although a couple degrees higher to the west of us. So temperatures, again, will drop into the lower 50s by early tomorrow morning. Notice how the clouds are slow to move in. There will be a chance of showers, but it looks like the better chance will stay to our south across northern Illinois. So expect the possibility for some showers, mainly late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, but not a great chance at this point, which is good for the holiday weekend. 52, partly cloudy skies for the overnight low temperature, and tomorrow look for a high temperature of 72, just a slight chance of an afternoon shower. On future track, partly cloudy skies overnight, lows in the lower 50s, highs tomorrow, lower 70s. Notice how it stays mainly dry through the afternoon, just an outside chance of a shower. Most of the showers tomorrow night staying to our south, and then on Sunday we're back to some sunshine by afternoon with high temperatures in the middle 70s. Rainfall amounts could be very light around here, especially if that heavier rain stays to our south. After that, look for a high of 80 on Labor Day Monday, 82 on Tuesday with a thunderstorm chance, then cooler weather for much of next week, a slight chance of a thunderstorm Friday, and a chance of a shower of Sunday the following weekend.
Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of Prep Mania. I'm Melissa Kim, joined always by the lovely Kevin Lewis. Oh. Hey, too bad the Badgers didn't open their season at home tonight because tonight was a perfect football weather. Luckily for us, hundreds of high school teams got to enjoy the pumpkin spice latte temperatures tonight.
New Gatorade flavor, maybe? A battle of Big 8 rivals who rolled to week 1 wins. Wouldn't be that easy tonight. The Middleton Cardinals hosting the Verona Wildcats. Verona ball already up 20-14. Jackson Aker takes the handoff, and he takes it the distance. 87 yards for the touchdown, and once Verona's offense gets going, it is hard to stop. Middleton trying to hang around. Ball on the Wildcat 40, and they draw up a perfect screen. Drew Teff to Callion Buckner. Buckner makes some moves, gets some blocks, and gets to pay dirt. But Verona put its foot on the gas, and they floored it. Hakan Anderson. We call his name 2-3 times a week. Only once today because we only have like a few minutes in the show. 33 yards off the double handoff. That made it 34-20. Verona rolls the rest of the way. 61-35, the final score. Jay Wilson with our post-game wrap.
What a show by Verona, especially offensively, and Jackson Aker was right in the middle of it. Guess what? You outrushed Jonathan Taylor by over 100 yards tonight. 244 for Jackson Aker. Why does this offense... Why is it so effective?
I don't know. We knew we could do it. We were never nervous. We knew we could do this. We just had to come out here and prove it, and we clearly did that.
And such big plays by so many different guys.
Yeah. Something I think we did that they didn't. We incorporated a lot more people in our offense. They had like 1 or 2 main guys, and we were able to spread out our offense, get it to multiple people, which I think really worked.
Madison Memorial trying to make it 2 straight road wins to open the season. They made the trip east tonight to take on La Follette, who put up 35 in a Week 1 win at Mansfield. Only one team gets to leave 2-0. First possession for the Spartans, Jason Sinetti. And the all-whites, love that. Going up top, Max Hesser keeps his balance, shakes a tackle, and goes 60 yards to knot the game at 6 apiece. Memorial playing some defense. Ben Probst back to throw. Pierce Kaufman,
Nice.
thief, takes it back for the Spartans, setting up Cabarrus Vassar, racking up touchdowns in the early season. Memorial takes a 14-6 lead. Lancers trying to come back. Probst
Look at
to
that.
Jacovian Prather coming at you, but Memorial too much in the second half. They run away with it, 49-18, the final at La Follette. Madison East visiting Madison West. Opening kickoff. Why would I show an opening kickoff, Melissa?
Probably because they scored.
Dane Armwald was running
On
down the
fire.
right side. He's not really that fast. He's really
Ooh.
fast, but I had to speed it
Speed
up.
it up there.
Yeah, 7-0. Regents on top. Eastwood answer. Phil Rowe fakes, keeps, gonna punch it in from short range, but the Regents would respond again. Ezra Thompson, he fakes, he keeps, he scores.
A lot of faking.
Madison West, yes, wins, and they even their record to 1-1 on the season. Battle for Janesville. Craig, 27-7 win over Parker, and Sun Prairie gets a big win over Beloit Memorial, who got a big win last week, 47-7, the final there.
On to the Badger Conference now. Both Wanakee and Stoughton winning their respective season openers last week. Some heavy hitters on both teams. Alec Morgan leading the Warriors on the ground, and Quinn Arnott already above the 100-yard mark on the season for the Vikings. Wanakee with the last word tonight, though. The Warriors beat the Vikings 56-26. Big win for them in Week 2. More Badger Conference action. 1-0 Reedsburg at 0-1 Monona Grove. MG ball to start. Cameron Reuter taking that handoff 67 yards all the way down to the end there, almost to the end, led to a short touchdown, a 13-7 Silver Eagles. Later, Connor Shivnik, check out this throw, going way up top, perfect catch there from Casey Campbell. Third touchdown of the night. Ooh, Brad, be careful. Yikes, slippery night. It was a little wet out there tonight. Reedsburg wins 21-13. Meanwhile, Oregon hosting Beaver Dam. We're scoreless in the first. Oregon driving, Ryan McCorkle punching it in there through the gut. 7-0 Panthers. Later, we are tied at 14. We'll get some trickery here. Double handoff ends up in the hands of Mason Grender.
Where is he?
He'll take it. Oh, you see the outside there? He'll take it to the outside and finds his way to the house. Oregon wins 21-14. They improve to 1-1, even 500 on the season. Meanwhile, other scores here in the Badger Conference. Baraboo losing to Watertown 26-12. Mount Hor-Barneveld 0 against Milton, 40-0 there. And a close one for the Cheesemakers. They squeak by Portage 34-33. Some other scores here. DeForest, big win over Fort Atkinson. They're now undefeated on the season early on in Week 2. And Sauk Prairie beats Edgewood 19-13.
The L-Cats hosting New Glarus Monticello. Lake Mills ball. Adam Moed to Hunter Beschel, makes the catch, splits the defense. Could have run up the hill if he wanted to. Lake Mills out early and in control. Then it's Moed to Matt Johnson.
Ooh.
Matt Johnson getting blocks, getting down the sideline, and getting to the end zone. Lake Mills cruises 55-21, the final here. Elkhorn at Lakeside Lutheran. Elkhorn ball. Mason Bulow going high. Irony. Mason Stebnitz, the catch, the touchdown for the visitors. Warriors ball, but not for long. Matt Davis in the shotgun. Keeps it, and hey, ball's loose. Ball is loose. Elkhorn in business. Bulow would find Jacob Rockweiler for another touchdown. Tie score late second half. The latest report we have. Twitter us something to find the final there.
On the tweets, of course.
Yes,
we move to
interweb.
Southwest Wisconsin now. UW-Platteville band with a little show at Mineral Point versus Dodgeville. Picked up in the third quarter, Mineral Point's Dominic McVeigh with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Pointers up big on Dodgeville, 56-7. Later on, Pointers adding to their lead. Joe Filardo with the QB keeper. Again, Mineral Point winning a big time, 62-27. Elsewhere, Lancaster trekking out to River Valley Marching Band, putting on quite the show there for us tonight. Very nice. First quarter, Lancaster's Hayden Knapp getting the carry. He breaks a few tackles, making it look like a little Madden here, taking it 36 yards to the house. Flying arrows up early on River Valley, 7-0. Later on, Will Bailey finding Josh Mayer for the 7-yard slant. We're all tied up. Just before the half, Blackhawks strike again with Cole Steinke. The rushing touchdown punches it in there. Lancaster going for 2 as time winds down, and the Flying Arrows. Close one here, 36-35, the final score. The Packers, meanwhile, did some serious multitasking during the preseason finale against the Chiefs.
Look at that stash.
Ooh, I like it. Stick around. We're back after the break.
Welcome back. Well, the Wisconsin football team opening the regular season tonight against South Florida, but not without a little weather issue.
Of course not. The always eloquent Badgers beat reporter Jeff Petrikis said the lightning was all around them at Raymond James Stadium. It's like I thought he was thinking he was at Hogwarts before kickoff, you know? We had a 50-minute rain delay, but the Badgers storming the field, getting started early. First possession, 3rd and 7. Jack Cohn hits who else? Quintez Cephas, 13 yards, first down, Wisconsin. Same drive, we've got Jonathan Taylor, 37-yard touchdown run. I heard he's bringing running back this season. Kevin, did you hear about that?
Yeah.
7-0 Badgers.
Timberlake reference.
We go to the defense now. Zach Bond hits Blake Barnett. Ball is out of there, coming loose, and then it's Matt Hennigan. Big guy takes it to the house. First defensive touchdown for Wisconsin since Andrew Van Ginkel against Ohio State in 2017. More offense now. Cohn hitting JT. He'll do the rest with some good blocking here and there. That would be a 36-yard touchdown. Wisconsin wins big, 49-0 against South Florida to open up the season. First 4-touchdown day for a Badger since some guy named Melvin Gordon. Heard of him? I don't know.
I think
against
so.
Nebraska in 2014.
Multitasking 101. The Packers had the preseason finale last night against the Chiefs. After the game, right now and through the night, they'll be trimming the roster to 53, all while the starters and coaching staff are preparing for the opener next Thursday against the Bears.
We did get a little bit of a jump on the Bears while still preparing the guys that were going out to play against Kansas City. And I thought, our staff did an excellent job of getting the guys ready to play. And I thought the older vets that weren't playing in the game did a great job of supporting their teammates.
Brewers and Cubs, Chase Anderson did not have a good day. Nicholas Castellanos had a great day. He's been on fire since the Cubs acquired him from Detroit. 2-run shot in the bottom of the first makes it 2-0 home team. And then in the second, Mr. Anderson to Mr. Castellanos to the bleachers. They made it, yes, 4-0. That with 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber swings to mash.
Come on.
Not hitting for base hits. 7-1 the final. Cubs had 7 extra base hits. Brewers 5 back in the wild card race.
Tough. Thanks to everyone who shot games tonight. As always, we couldn't do this without you. And everyone behind the scenes tonight who makes this show move so smoothly.
Next week, Badger Conference Fabulous as Stoughton visits Oregon in the Game of the Week. Channel3000.com at 7. One more break, and we are back.
Final check with Gary.
Yeah, pretty comfortable out there. Temperatures are already in the middle 50s here in Madison. A few 40s up to the north. Dew point temperatures are low, so it'll be a cool night, but a pretty nice weekend overall. Look for a high of 72 for tomorrow. Just a slight chance of an afternoon shower. Sunday should be nice. Labor Day good as well, and then a little cooler next week.
Have a great holiday weekend.
Do something good.